Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Icenia campaign. Last time, we did some more economic stuff, and in between episodes, I did review that and decided that I made the right decision, and the idea of having three academies and three courts in our capital, and one of each in other provincial capitals, is the right way to go for now, just because this will keep our pretty small noble and citizen population not stretched too thin, while ensuring they have some level of support, some sort of infrastructure support in our cities. I'll have to revisit what I want to do with my massive slave population, but one thing I do want to do with it right away is, as I talked about last episode, actually decentralize it from our cities where they're not really producing that much. So let's do that now. Let's go ahead and find a good trade good to send the slaves to in this province, for example. Let's see here. This is all wood. Base metals might be good, but that's not really the most valuable resource. Let's see. How's salt doing? Ooh, it looks like I can actually trade again. It looks like my aggressive expansion has gone down enough to maybe facilitate it. And the other thing I should do is I should actually trade in my non-capital provinces. I think I've forgotten to do this for most of the series. Not a huge deal, but that is a couple points of gold I have missed out on because I hadn't thought about that until just right now, weirdly enough. So let's go ahead and wherever we do have, or I guess actually only a couple locations may allow that. And by only a couple, I guess I only mean only Olconan because of population, so maybe this just popped up now and I hadn't been missing it, which would be ideal. We'll see. I don't think there's any other location that does allow trading currently from population, which I wouldn't expect. Looks like we're fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and trade something into Olconum with that in mind. Although that being said, Olconum producing papyrus is actually quite nice. But so I don't think it's the slaves that are producing more papyrus. But because papyrus is actually quite a valuable resource, I believe. Where is it on here? Papyrus. Yeah, 0.45. I think actually Olconum will be the exception, where I actually do want more slaves in Olconum for the papyrus, because this is actually a good resource. So let's go ahead and do that. We need 18 slaves, so let's go ahead and just bring in 8 more slaves. Even though I just talked about why I don't want to do this with my cities, I think Olconum is the exception to the rule here. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring them in from what are your base metals? That's fine. There's a lot of slaves over here. Oh my gosh. Alright. There we go. 3 papyrus. Now Olconum does have another building slot. I'm not going to build in the slot though, because this large, like, its population is being boosted a lot by its slave capacity, which could change if I need to move them around. So I'm not going to build for now. Plus I don't have the money right this second. But yeah, so now we have another copy of papyrus, so that's good. Anything else in the region that we would want to trade? Well, I guess stone can actually be you can build a mine for stone. I guess that does make sense. Alright. Now, Londinium also is a... Actually, no, we already moved away the Londinium slaves. That's right. Anybody... or any resources around here? They were already... Yeah, that's right. We're already producing more amber in Wagniakis. Very good. Alright. Anything else? We have slaves producing grain down here. That's right. Yeah, this is taking me back to like 30 episodes ago when I did a lot of infrastructure stuff in this area. Okay, that's fine. I think the only like super concentrated slave population I was thinking about was Olconum, and we've already decided what to do with that. No other big slave population in any single city to worry about here. Okay, that's fine. Let's resume. So, what we're planning now... Oh, hello, papyrus traders. Brigantia wants papyrus? Sure, I'll trade with Brigantia. Good stuff. Alright, what do we want to do with these provinces? I'm worried about these provinces with their bad loyalty, but this will hopefully stabilize. This granary is rated. Alright, so the province of Marinia, which is one of my Belgica provinces. Here it is here. Okay, this is the event that I like, because I can get some free provincial loyalty from this, which I will absolutely do. Let's find which one it is. Okay, so we replace the stockpile, lose money, which we can't afford, but we will be able to recover pretty quickly too, so we won't be in bankruptcy very long. Get 10 loyalty with Marinia. And Buit, the governor, who's already pretty loyal, does gain 10 loyalty. Also, not so worried about that. Have Buit pay for it. Same effect, except he loses the money and loses loyalty. I'd probably take this over the first option. Lose influence and manpower. Definitely not this one. Or not this one either. So Buit, alright buddy, you're going to have to pay for this one. Sorry, my man. He's already pretty loyal, so it should be fine. So we got a little bit of loyalty from that in Marinia, which is good. Oh, we need to change the policies around here as well. Looks like it's just here in Weliocasia. Even though this is such a small section that we own, this, yeah, it not being in local autonomy has really caused a lot of disloyalty problems. Let's go ahead and switch that over. There we go. Kind of expensive, but that's going to be necessary to stabilize things over here. All right. Noticing that my manpower has changed again. I don't really understand why this happens so frequently, but it's back down to around 80. All right. I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. Bosphorian civil war comes to an end. The bitter civil war in the Bosphorian kingdom has finally come to an end, with the loyal forces of Makartatos, the first Spartakid, utterly crushing the rebel armies led by Demodamus Proteid and his scheming cohorts. The siege of Migachwar was the turning point of the war, where the loyalist forces stormed the walls successfully, despite horrific casualties. The outcome of this war is largely irrelevant to us, but we do not consider Bosphorian kingdom as either a friend or enemy. Nevertheless, we ought to be careful now that their nation is on track to recovery. Yeah, this is not super relevant for us. Actually, Bosphorian kingdom kind of getting powerful over here. This actually, since it is 5:30, which is nice to remember, let's take a quick moment to survey the state of the world right now that we are 80 years into this game. So, of course, in the Albion region, there's us and a few small states. Only Ustia has any real presence, and this is not a rival to us in any regard. They're large settlement-wise, but population-wise, nothing to be scared of. I think even Brigantia is comparable to them. On the mainland, things are a little bit more even. Arwernia is, of course, the major local power in Gaul, and we are almost bordering them. Within a couple decades, there's going to be conflict with Arwernia. Over in Iberia, you have Wacchea in the north, actually encroaching into Gallic territory as well, so that's interesting. Of course, Carthage does, as usual, control the coastline along the entire southern half. If they keep creeping north, we may have to reevaluate our long-term plans with Carthage. Carthage and Rome are also not currently at war, but of course they are permanently in a state of hostility towards each other, so we'll see what happens here. Carthage has retained control of Sicily so far, which is pretty impressive, I think. Rome, though, has connected their two sections of their empire. They control Italia, they control Illyricum, they control most of, I guess this would be called Epiros, because Hellas is down here. What does the game call it? Macedonia and Illyria. Alright, whatever. Antigonids are holding on. They still control most of Anatolia. Seleucids are actually still here, incredibly. Maria has, of course, moved in and taken over the Aracosian regions. Maria and Druidia are competing here. Looks like literally in a war with each other here. That's about what I'd expect. A pretty substantial war here that Maria seems to be losing at the moment. That's fine. Maria is the probably the biggest power in the world right now. Yeah, our entire population is their core integrated population. They may even have more than that, though. That's just the one that I know for sure is integrated. So Maria's levies are nothing to be scoffed at. Nothing up in the Tibetan area of Supernode right now. This is usually pretty static. Bactria is holding on incredibly. Interesting. Dahe are doing pretty good, as they often do. And then, as noted earlier, the Bosphorus Kingdom is getting strong. Macedonia is a shell of its former self, now comparable to Sparta. It also looks like Athens is fully integrated into Macedonia by now. Macedonia also has this little section of Anatolia over here, over in the Miletos area. All right, how about Egypt? Dare I ask? Well, Egypt appears to be finishing consolidation of the southern corner, which if you ever play as Egypt in this game, is what you should probably do is take on Kush. In fact, I've actually taken on Kush so successfully that Kush is in 3 little exclaves, which are all being gobbled up. Looks like Himyar is maybe about to expand onto Africa, which Egypt will not appreciate. So Egypt is looking really strong. What's Egypt's relationship to the other nations? This is important. They're friends with Cyprus, Kos, and Andros. Okay. Any other information about this? I want to know Egypt's relationship to the Seleucids and later to Rome. I suppose we'll see. So yeah, this is the state of the game. I'd say we're probably entering, officially speaking, the mid-game for the map as we approach 100 years in. There's only like 300-ish years in this game, so, you know, at this point, the state of the mid-game is definitely in swing. I don't know for sure exactly when, if there's a binary technical moment where things do enter the mid-game, but we need to be thinking in mid-game terms at this point. I think given that we started as such a small nation, we're doing okay so far. When you play as Rome or Carthage or anyone with a much stronger starting position, even though Rome only starts in Latium, Rome's starting population, its starting infrastructure, is unbelievably powerful for enabling the snowball, and a skilled player playing as Rome can achieve this within like a couple decades, or maybe not a couple decades, but very, very quickly for sure. So I think given our starting situation, we're doing okay. But yeah, we need to really start thinking about taking on wars where we're targeting multiple people, like we did with our previous war. We can't really keep pace with the big powers if we take on nations one at a time and are too safe. We have to take riskier wars against more enemies and conquer more territory simultaneously. So a war with Arwernia, for example, may be in the cards later because they do have a lot of territory, but they're split across multiple regions I don't really have a presence in yet. I want to consolidate my Belgica and Armorica sort of exclaves before I start to push further in. So I do think that's the plan there. And of course, as noted before, Redonia is hello game. There we go. Redonia is next on the kill list. Yep. All right. So what do we want to do here? Also, because we haven't been able to use our missions to get free claims, that's slowed us down quite a bit. But it is what it is. Can't complain too much. Do we go ahead and start fabricating? I think we do. Our manpower is not going to be ready, but we don't really need the political influence right this second, and getting the claim ready will be nice to give us flexibility if we do want to go to war before our manpower is fully recovered. I also don't think I need my entire manpower for this war, but I suppose we'll see. So we're going to claim on the Nemnetia section, because this is unfortified, so this will be easier to take than the Armorica section. All right. Excuse me. Let's resume. What is Texalia doing? They're just keeping mercenaries on retainer? Okay, that's interesting. Don't know what to make of that, but sure. If you want to do it like that, I won't stop you. And Castacolata died from overwork at the age of 66. She was the high priest. All right. We need ourselves a new high priest for sure. All the families seem pretty content. I guess since these are all 8 already, I'll get the of 7. That's still pretty good. Just so we have another Urkii in position. Warwena Urkii. Alright. That's fine. Fortress and Severiakis is complete. Training camp is done also. Alright, that's going to help our manpower quite a bit. Once we start building up those once we start building up those training camps, that will really start to improve our manpower, as we do take advantage of those freemen and citizen populations. Alright, so this is done. Once these forts are in place and have their manpower built up, I'll feel a little safer. Nemnetum will be a little... I guess I could have built a fort here first. I guess I hadn't thought about the fact that this might be... I might be in a war before this was a city and had a fort built here, but I think I can probably play around that just okay. Yeah, I'm not too scared. How is our young king doing here? King Licinius, 14 years old. He's still depressed, but he's good-natured and jealous. Looking fine so far. I guess there is a coming-of-age point in his growth, but even before that, he doesn't appear to have a regency happening. So that's okay. Trade wins. The fickle seas can bring ruin or prosperity out of the way. To many locales in the city of Jerusalem appears to be reaping the rewards of a particularly good trading season. Okay, so Contiacia could get some good modifiers for 5 years, or oh my gosh, I keep dropping this. Or Contiacia could get local tax for 5 years. Well, I mean the tax rate in Contiacia could be boosted a bit, but it's not really where most of its money is coming from, of course. Pop growth and migration attraction may help bring in some citizens as well, so let's go for that. It's all about building up the long-term stuff there. I guess I can build a training camp in Olconum. That's fine. Lots of freemen, lots of citizens that this can boost up. Weird stuff going on there, but okay. Court of Law is done. More citizen happiness. Very good. How's my technology coming along? About halfway there with civic advances. Good stuff. I'm still thinking about my Rome attack idea, which would be quite audacious. You know what, actually, hold on, I do have an idea. What I'm going to do is... actually, no, never mind, I don't need to do this. I actually do have vision on Rome's core, so I can see what's going on over here. Looks like Rome is quite populous. They are a metropolis already, okay. And they have some good stuff here. Oh man, I wish I had this kind of citizen count. Jeez. They're actually over their size limit. Good on the AI for building those aqueducts. Their entire core is pretty populous. What kind of fortification do they have around here? They do have a level 4 fort, okay. But, interestingly, they have not fortified their other core cities. Now, I wouldn't be able to, in a war against Rome, hold these other cities. But what I would be able to do... Did they? Okay, they actually did build this road, it looks like, over to Kosei. Have they been building roads elsewhere, or just there? I guess just there. Interesting. I wish I could build roads. Anyways, their other cities are actually... They've also... What do they... They've kind of neglected Lowinium over here. Okay, sure, whatever. These other cities are not fortified, which means if I were somehow to be in a war against Rome and in a position... Oh my gosh, please. In a position to go attack them, I could sack these other cities, even if I couldn't hold them, And attacking Rome under any circumstance without a guaranteed way to end the war would be a death sentence because their military might is enormous. What I need to do is carefully watch and see when they're in a war against another superpower and then try and take advantage of the situation. Because all I need to damage their core is to just go around and sack tons of cities, enslave lots of people. That's not going to really like slow down their snowball at this point. They need to fight Carthage essentially. Okay, Rome needs to fight Carthage or Egypt. That's essentially the two local nations that they might be in conflict with. Antigonids would be a good enemy for them to face, but I don't think they're going to fight Antigonids right now. Although they do border each other, so it is possible. I don't remember the Roman mission tree for who they go after next once they control Illyricum. I think they're supposed to expand into Gaul pretty soon, so I'm a little worried about that. What date is it? Well, I mean, in the real history, they haven't expanded into Gaul by this point. At this point, they're getting into the Punic Wars, so don't really know what the timeline is for all this stuff, but they should be going after Sicily. I don't know why they're not. They've seemed to not focus on Carthage at all within the last, 40 years or so. Very strange. What am I looking at here? Culture. Sorry for the silence. I'm just thinking through what I want to do here. I think that given Rome's... Oh, hello. What's this? Arvernia is actually... Hold on. This just happened while I wasn't looking, because this wasn't like this a moment ago. Okay, Arvernia is attacking Santonia and Pictonia, probably taking advantage of their bad manpower after the war with me. Looks like we're about to be bordering Arvernia a little ahead of schedule, so... Okay, that may change your plans slightly. I think what I want to do now is... Okay, are my Casus Belli... I think they're on the tags and not on the territory, because I don't know if I'll have a Casus Belli on Arvernia. I don't currently, of course. Once they take this territory, let's see what happens with my Casus Belli on them. If I get a Casus Belli on them, I might want to go to war. Well, manpower's not quite ready yet, though. Okay. War's done. I have no Casus Belli on them, so the Casus Belli is tag-based, as I thought. Well, now we're bordering a sizable nation for the first time in many decades, so this is interesting. We definitely have them beat population-wise in terms of our core population, and they also, probably have just expended some manpower. We could ally them, but I think it's probably better to not have Arvernia as an ally, unless there's some way we could leverage their alliance. So, for example, could we somehow ally with Arvernia and then use that as a jumping-off point with their ports to go attack Rome and bring Arvernia with us? I don't know if Arvernia would agree to that, and we don't really have any, I guess we could do some sort of superiority battle against Rome. What's their navy like? 116? Naval superiority, it might not actually be out of the question. We need a Casus Belli, though, is the issue. This is just a war goal, but we do still need a Casus Belli. That'd really mess up our stability and give us war expansion and aggressive... aggressive expansion and war exhaustion. So bring in their... I mean, these guys are just their little feudatories, don't really care about that. What's our military tech level? How do I see that? We're only at 3. Yeah, they've got really powerful technology advancement. I think it'd be too much of a Hail Mary to attack Rome, even within a couple years if we did have Arwornia as an ally. Because who knows if they join me? That's the thing. I don't feel confident that I could for sure. I guess I could ally them and then check the screen and see what it says. But Arwornia isn't like I'd rather be allies with Carthage if I was going to attack Rome. Like Carthage would actually be a stronger ally. Okay, I think here's the plan. Okay, I've thought it over, and here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to attack Arwornia. Maybe not in my next war, but pretty soon. I'm debating whether or not to finish off the Normandy alliance here, and then attack Arwornia. Oh, hello, game. The game is skipping there. And then attack Arwornia, and then as I fight Arwornia in probably a couple of wars, make my way through Arwornia to the coast. At the same time, start to court Carthage. Once I have a presence on the southern coast, around the river Rhodanus, probably around the Massalia area. Looks like, who's this? Oxybia? What? Okay, whatever. Once I have a presence down here on the Mediterranean coast, then I secure an alliance with Carthage, and then bring Carthage into a war against Rome and basically start the Punic War on my side and force Carthage into fighting Rome. Carthage will have a beachhead against Rome through Sicily. What I need to do, I think, is have naval superiority over Rome and leverage that to seize control, and here's my big plan, of the islands. We need to seize control of Corsica and Sardinia. And the only way this is possible to establish such a bold approach is because of naval supremacy. If I do have a stronger navy than Rome. Now, keeping in mind, Rome possibly has, I'm looking around, I'm not seeing level 5 ports, which means they may not have the heaviest ships, because you need a level 5 port to build the heaviest ships, I'm fairly sure. I will check this in the wiki before I make any committed plans in the game. But if they have, for example, a navy of 116, hexarrays, which is possible, right? They have gone for a bit of a naval focus. I suspect they don't, though. I suspect they actually have a navy of mostly lighter ships, like what I have, and then a number of heavier ships. And one thing I could do ahead of any conflict with Rome is send over a little scouting expedition of ships of my own to come down and look around their ports and try and find their navy, which will just be docked in a port somewhere. But the issue is without naval range, my fleet or my little scouting expedition would just die of attrition. So I wonder what I could do. Yeah, so if I had military access with Carthage, I would have a way. Or military access with Arwornia would actually also give me this. So what I could do is ask for military access with Arwornia, and then bring my ships around Iberia through the Pillars of Hercules, and have them station in Pisawi, which I think counts as giving me naval range. Station ships in our territory. I don't know. That's the issue. Is I don't remember how it works. I think I'll look on the wiki between episodes and figure this out. Because if I can do this, what I might do is next episode. I'm not going to the episode right here. I still have a bit to go. But if I do it like this, next episode I'd ask for military access from Arwornia, which would also maybe keep them from attacking me quite as quickly. And then I would station ships in Pisawi, or really station a single ship, a scout ship, and have it head over and look for the Roman Navy to try and get a sense of their naval composition. Because there's no espionage mechanic in this game that I'm aware of. I need to just do this manually, send a ship over to go scout around. And, though, if I can confirm that Rome isn't somehow bankrolling a navy of medium ships, which they probably could do with their economy, but I don't know how the AI does naval composition normally. If I can confirm that they have a navy that's similarly composed to mine, of light ships and medium ships, the issue ultimately will be they're going to have the best martial characters in the world because they have such a big population. They have lots of bonuses for generating martial characters, so they could end up with a really good admiral. But if I can find a way to defeat the Romans on the sea with my similarly sized navy, or at that point hopefully a bigger navy with the best martial characters I have, if I can destroy their navy, I can control Mare Nostrum, and I can potentially go for things like Corsica and Sardinia. And I mean, these aren't like super rich lands or anything, but having a beachhead here to then launch raids onto Italia later on could be enormous. I mean, I'm basically thinking of doing what you know, uh, uh, what's his name? Pompey Magnus's son did during the Second Triumvirate, where he like raided the Italian peninsula from his Sardinian and Corsican little home base, and I guess he had Sicily too. Anyways, so lots of ideas. And if I were to do this, by the way, I'd bring in Carthage. I mean, that's the big thing is I need Carthage on my side. So we have ourselves a plan. In preparation for that, I'm going to start building relations with Carthage again. My aggressive expansion is down enough where they now like me at least. So that's a good start. So proof opinion. Yeah, we still have approved opinion from before. Improved opinion from before, excuse me. Could send them a gift, but I don't know how quickly this falls off, so this isn't worth doing right this second. For now, let's just improve opinion with them. This will stay for a long time, so it is worth getting into now. All right, we have ourselves a plan. But first, though, before I do that, I'm going to do the war against Redonia and its friends once the claim is done, just so I have the Armorica region better consolidated. This won't finish consolidation of it, but it will progress it quite a bit. So, yeah, we'll clear up this northern section here. Especially because I would restore currently split provinces. Okay, we have a plan. We have a plan. Helvetia wants papyrus. Who else wants the papyrus? Okay, I'll trade it with you. Accept offer, very good. All right. This is a bold idea, and the music feels fitting for this. But I think we can do this. I think we can pull something like this off. It would be pretty crazy. But essentially, what I need to do, because here's the thing, just like for example, declaring war in Rome on my own, like I talked about 50 years ago, coming in and just attacking their core and like damaging their core towns. Oh, they're building more roads right now. All right. Anyways, doing that won't actually be enough now. Rome is too snowballed. They have too much territory. Yes, their Illyrian territory isn't actually very well developed or anything, but once they start to really push into Greece, that's where the developed territory is. Like they've taken all this free land, all this low development land compared to Italia. So damaging and raiding them, raiding them will damage them, but it will not slow the snowball. What I have to do is get them into a war with Carthage, which will actually slow them down, and start to take away what I can using my naval advantages. So with my big treasury, I think I should start building a fourth navy, to be honest. A fourth navy would get me to 120, which would be about where Rome is. So I think it's time to make that investment now. Whew, this is exciting. All right, so I think the other thing I need to do in preparation for this stuff is finally trade for wood for the ship recruit speed bonus. I'm going to finally do it. What can I drop that I'm trading in? Ship damage done, I'm definitely going to keep that. These are all good options. I think I'll stop trading for earthenware from Carthage. That's fine. Stop for the earthenware trade. Trade for wood. Oh. No one wants to trade for wood? Really? Alright. I think the wood trade will open up soon, though, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll check back every month. I'm gonna need some granary burning events in Armorica and Icenia, please. That would be ideal. Really, no one wants to trade for wood. I find that hard to believe. Could I trade for wood? Do I have wood that I'm exporting from somewhere? I surely do, right? Oh yeah, no, it wouldn't show up here, would it? Alright, so... How about from Icenia? Yeah, okay, so let's... No, not imports. How do I... Yeah, there's a menu I gotta look through, isn't there? Trade overview. Let's look at the exports. Trade good. Okay, so... We're exporting from... Up here. Okay, hold on. Back to that screen. Trade go. So let's stop exporting wood from from Werbegenia. Alright, I'll trade internally from Duratriga, that's fine. Oh, Werbegenia is the location I'm trading to. Okay, whatever. Sorry, Werbegenia, I'm gonna have to stop that wood trade with you. And now we can trade the internal wood. This trade will be a lot worse. Internal trade routes in this game are worth almost nothing. But this is all about just getting access to wood for now. I'll revisit the screen later and see if I can trade for wood from a foreign trader, which would be a lot more valuable. But wood's not a high, value trade good anyway, so this I'm only losing on like 0.20 per turn, so it barely matters at all. But the ship recruit speed will matter quite a bit, and let's go ahead and get that started. All right, so let's maybe use the macro this time around. So what's our current ship composition, though? 2010, I think, is still probably fine. I need to revisit the. So again, between episodes, I'll check the wiki as well and see if there's a better, larger navy composition. Because again, I don't think the attrition here. Supply limit of 51. For now, though, I'll just build 20 more Liburnians and 10 more hex arrays anyways. Alright, so where are my level 3 ports at? We have one in Londinium and one in Durawernum, so that does speed that up. So we need 10 hex arrays. What about Conan? Do you have a level 3 port? I don't think you do. Oh, you do, actually. Okay. So let's start building. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Then once one of them is built, I'll start building the Liburnians. I guess I can build one Liburnian separately, and then start building Liburnians to that Liburnian. What's going to be my fastest port around here? I guess Manawia is fine. Ooh, Manawia. Let's give you a academy. Yeah. Well, no, we need the money right now. Let's hold off on that. That's a longer term thing. Let's build a Liburnian. All right. We have plans in motion. Oh, Winoma Diwika. Okay, well, just as we have plans in motion, something pretty big happens. Winoma Diwika died of a heart attack at the age of 80. She was the governor of Caledonia and the aunt of King of Britannia, member of the Diwikai family. Well, Winoma, we did have some frustration with you, but you were ultimately a pretty important character and a pretty long-standing character. You were around for almost the entire series, for 80 of the 81 years of this series, to be fair, so a very long-standing character. He will be missed, dear Winoma. Alright, so now we have to assign a new Caledonian governor, someone qualified. I'm not going to worry about having family members anymore. I think at this point, I need to focus more on good bureaucrats than on the loyalty to the family. Because I think in this game, family loyalty is a bit less important than in Crusader Kings 3, for example. Let's see here. I could go for someone cruel. I think someone with good finesse and good martial, but not too good of martial. Oh my gosh, you're really good. Because, well, I mean, it's fine if they have really good martial, because that's another good general on my side. I think actually, since you have good finesse, if you just had good martial, I'd hold off and make this person a general, or I'd make them an admiral, I mean. But because they have good martial and good finesse, I think I will make you governor of Caledonia. Unless, you have 8 finesse. What is our governor over here looking like? 5 martial, okay, your finesse is the same. I think if I could have switched her, because I'm about to get more Armorica territory for better unhappiness management, but your finesse is already pretty good. Alright, so let's go ahead and give this over to that person. Let's see here. Wilibia Welba. She's pretty good loyalty currently. No corruption. Statesmanship is fine. Not popular currently because she has no presence in public life, so that's fine. Alright, Wilibia, this is your lucky day. Unexpectedly about to become a very high-ranking person in my nation. Good for you. Alright, how's it looking now? So she's going to help offset that a bit there. That's good. Alright. Good stuff. 1st of January, 532. This is, alright, let's continue along. Let's wait for this to be finished. Just review, so you're fine, loyalty's fine. Checking all the loyalty of all my governors to be safe. Corruption's really bad because you're crafty. Alright, you're also ailing, that's no good. You have arthritis. So it looks like Buit here may not be along for this world. He has inflammation, he's epileptic, and he has arthritis. Jeez, okay. And you've not sought treatment so far. I'm not going to pay for that, though. Jeez, alright, so I think Buit has the good finesse, but that's all he has going for him. What's loyalty like? Buit is helping, but his corruption is not helping. Alright, we're gonna place Buit over here. Sorry, Buit, but you're not looking to be in the best shape currently, so we need a high finesse. At this point, I think I will save my higher martial characters to be admirals. I really need to find a way, and I'll check the wiki. This episode is all about saying that I'll check the wiki after this episode. Like, literally, this game doesn't have in-game tutorials at all. So, we do have a very promising young character here, Elitoius Calatus, who would make for a great governor over here. And that's great because Belgica is going to be another area of expansion for me, so I think this is worth it. Loyalty is fine, except he's deceitful and abrasive, so 2 bad loyalty traits. Yeah. I think I won't go for him, even though he has great stats, because of these loyalty malices. I need to be more careful with that stuff, so let's play it safe. No, not you. Oh my gosh. Please, game. Please. Alright. Demona Orgatora. We meet again, it looks like. Unless this is a different Demona Orgatora. She's still got the bad corruption, though, so never mind. I don't want a 1 martial character if I can help it. Alright, you know, we're going to chance it with Elitoius. Hopefully, he's a good boy and he behaves. Alright, my friend. Don't let me down. What's your corruption like? 0. Alright, that's good. We'll say that I saw that before I clicked the button, because I wouldn't want to admit not seeing it before I clicked the button. Alright, I think also my new navy will be stationed in Dorwernum for now, once it is built. Alright, this is going to be the 4th navy. And again, between episodes I may reorganize my navy, but for now... Boyrix Diwicus, our old golden boy, literally an old golden boy here, may be the next in line. Except his loyalty is not the best. What's the issue here? He's a pretender, that's the issue. Okay, no pretenders in the Admiralty, sorry about that, but we're going to go for someone a little younger. Belakianus Urcus. We'll say that Boyrix gets to be in an advisory position for the Navy, but we're going to go for the young blood here, Belakianus Urcus. Do you have any bad traits or anything? Nope, no bad traits. Oh, he does have bad corruption, though. What's the issue? Where's that coming from? He does have inflammation, though. All these characters have health problems. What's the issue? I guess it is the ancient age, to be fair. Alright, we'll just chance it. I guess the bad corruption, you know, it is what it is. I think he probably got an event, actually, because I don't think he has any traits causing it. Alright, so we're going to put an Urkii in charge of the 4th Navy, put you onto probing attacks, and have you come down to Dorwernum, and also have you train to this navy. Build a navy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. That should be that. Whew. We have plans in motion right here. Yes, indeed. Basically every port in the nation is building the ships currently. Love to see it. Oh, hello, what's this? I have a strange noise. Don't know what that's about, but it's fine. The 3rd Navy probably won't be done before, the 4th Navy, I don't know, build into that Navy. Jeez, alright. Let's just wait for them to finish, then we'll ship them around. The 4th Navy won't be finished until after the war with the Redonian coalition, but that's fine. I'm not going to need I'm not going to need any navy for this war at all. I'll just have one or two navies provide. I guess I can have my navies do blockades and whatnot. This is only a small bit of coast to blockade. This is going to be a pretty straightforward fight, just to consolidate territory, and then the Arwernian main course does await. All right, so oh hello. We have some more colonization options opening up here. Where's this coming from? Manawia. There we go. My Manawian, my Manawian investments are paying off finally. I am going to come in to Damnonia, and this is critical. This will allow me finally to secure the area of Wodadinia. So let's go ahead and come in here, bring him in. Good stuff. And here we go. Control Wodadinia. Look at this. We're completing a mission for the first time in ages. We're going to give two Freeman Indictium, a Conqueror statue in Phantom Kodikai, which is a territory that Brigantia controls. Okay. That's fine. We'll control it someday. Ooh, also acquire Brigantia. Oh, yeah. Now we can kind of weirdly make our way through the mission tree. Okay, so I guess we'll acquire Brigantia as well, get some free political influence. Love to see it. Good stuff. All right, and with that unexpected little mission victory, let's go ahead and call this an episode. Thank you so much for watching the slightly low energy, but ramping up of energy midway through type episode. Next time, we're going to start the war against Redonia. I think my manpower is fine for that. And we'll do it probably once the claim is nearing completion. We'll get our armies organized and launch in. I think what I'll do as well is a land invasion from the south into Scipia and then into Condate Redonum. Actually, I'll probably come into Condate Redonum first because they'll spawn there and just kill them immediately. And a naval invasion simultaneously. So we'll do a two-pronged attack from the south and from the north. Probably just two-pronged, but possibly a third prong if I want to get really creative. But we'll see what we need to do there. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.